Hello, my name is Emma Young. I'm here to discuss with you the safety gloves discharge with case Just Cause Case 3. I've added a PowerPoint presentation for your review. This will be from my Liberty Business Class 343, Employee and Labor Relations. We will be reviewing the discharge of employee Aaron McNamara from the Barrera Recycling Company to determine whether or not the discharge was justified or warranted. My immediate role as a Labor Relations Manager will be to provide you with an overall review of this case. The main factors of this discussion will be a brief overview, the parties involved, my role, and some main factors, my position on the case, and the conclusion. Aaron McNamara transferred from the Long Beach facility in January. Then the following October, she received a 3-day suspension from Rafael Gomez, the general manager. The suspension was a result of prior safety violations, work performance, and various other violations for noncompliance by Aaron McNamara. Rafael, the general manager, gave his final verbal communication to Aaron after finding her reading a magazine, Sports Illustrated, during working hours. On October 28th, the suspension of 3 days became effective, and a disciplinary warning was given to her, which stated, should you violate any Barrera rules or regulations during the next 12 months, you will be immediately discharged from Barrera employment. On December 9th, Aaron McNamara had been working without the company issued safety gloves. At this point, Rafael Gomez made the decision to terminate her employment. As a labor relations manager, my position is to review all the facts to make the determination if there was just cause for Aaron's discharge of employment. The facts are, Mr. Gomez had verbally reprimanded Aaron numerous times for safety violations such as not wearing safety gloves, her safety glasses, or her hard hat as instructed. Also, she had been observed sleeping during a safety meeting and reading a Sports Illustrated magazine during working hours by Gomez. On December 9th, the normal working environment consists of lifting newsprints, bundles, cutting plastic straps, and inserting paper into a baler machine. An unexpected delivery came of 30-gallon plastic bags that consisted of tin cans, paper, bottles, and sharp objects. In sorting the materials, the company issued safety gloves that are a requirement for each employee to wear. Gomez observed that Aaron McNamara once again was not in compliance, and she did not have on her safety gloves. Gomez questioned Aaron, asking where her gloves were. Aaron replied she left her gloves in her pickup truck. Gomez asked her to retrieve the item from her truck. Then, minutes later, Aaron returned back with her safety gloves and resumed working. However, the general manager, Mr. Gomez, felt that Aaron once again violated the final warning that was issued to her prior to this incident, as she failed to comply with the safety regulations. Mr. Gomez made the decision to terminate her employment with Barrera Recycling Company at that time. Gomez's decision to terminate Aaron McNamara's employment initiated the Local 37 to file a grievance stating the termination from Barrera was not just cause. My position as the Labor Relations Manager will be to articulate the case to support if there was just cause for the discharge from Aaron McNamara. The first question you might want to ask is, what is just cause? The standard of just cause provides protections against arbitrary and unfair termination of other forms of inappropriate workplace discipline. Employment disputes often involve the issue of whether an employee's actions constitute just cause for discipline or termination. The just cause concerns the misconduct of an employee or some other event relevant to the employee which justifies the immediate termination of the employment contract. Employees are covered by a union have a collective bargaining agreement that usually has to be just cause for discharge of employment. What is at-will termination? Well, the employer does not have to give a good cause to terminate your employment. Most employers take full advantage of this type of termination. Unless the employee has signed an employment contract that indicates you cannot be terminated without good cause, it is understood that you are an at-will employee. An at-will employee means that your current employer can make the decision to terminate your employment at any time for any reason, with or without notice. This employee is normally not a member of a union of any type. Now, the facts of this case is, after reviewing all of the facts concerning the termination of Erin McNamara, I find the discharge of her employment was warranted as just cause. Erin McNamara had been verbally warned numerous times. She continued to be non-compliant with the safety regulations. She had been given a 3-day suspension. She was sleeping on the job. She was reading a magazine and given a final warning. Even after the final warning, Erin McNamara had been found not in compliance with the safety regulations once again. Erin McNamara had made the decision that put her in a very tough position to allow her to continue employment with the Berea Recycling Company. Now, I find that what is the causes of immediate termination? Concerning Erin McNamara, there are a few issues that fell within the list of reasons an employee could terminate for just cause. According to Article 20, Section 1, I found that Erin violated number 3, which was disobedient; number 6, which was neglect of duty; number 7, refused to comply with plant rules, provided that such rules be posted in each department. Now, this one is a little bit tricky because this can be stated that the notice posted in lunchroom was written in Spanish. However, Erin had then received numerous warnings that brought the violations to her attention, so she has no excuse. She was sleeping on duty, reading books or magazines, which is 10 was sleeping on duty, 12 was reading the books or magazine while on duty. The second section of Article 2 states that any suspension for an employee will be based on just or sufficient cause and full explanation given to the employee. Therefore, Erin McNamara was given a full explanation for each warning she received, as well as a final warning that concluded her employment. There was no reason that she does not understand the reasons for her discharge of employment from the company. In conclusion, after reviewing the entire case, to include the detailed events and supporting contractual documentation, the decision to discharge the employee is just. We have found that the employee, Erin McNamara, was in fact terminated from her employment with the Berea Recycling Company was just cause. My references are included. Thank you and have a great day.